Good evening and welcome to this special edition of NNX, NNX Up Close, where we give you a taste of student features faster than you can eat a bowl of mac and cheese. I'm Marcella Cano.
And I'm Kennedy French. Tonight we're going to introduce you to some students on campus making a big impact on the stage, for your wallet, and around the world. 5 countries, 3 continents, and 1 research topic of your choosing. That's Northwestern's Circumnavigator grant, awarded to just 1 student every year. The 2025 winner is Maya Crady, a senior who spent this past summer researching languages. She went to multiple countries where languages are spoken, focusing on languages that are spoken by a minority of the population.
In Wales, Wales was a country where Welsh is very much part of sort of the government effort to include language in visual spaces. In South Africa has 11 official languages, and even more than that are spoken in the country, but really you only really see English and Afrikaans.
She's applying what she's learned abroad to the U.S., noting that there are policies from countries that she researched that could be applied to languages spoken by Indigenous people here.
We're 17 weeks away from the primary elections on March 17th. Voters will pick the Democrat and Republican candidates who will move on to the general election next November. That includes in the 9th Congressional District, where 4 Democrats spoke about their priorities in front of nearly 100 students. The Northwestern Political Union and College Democrats partnered to host a panel discussion with the candidates. They've been planning for the event since spring with the goal of getting students informed and involved in politics.
I mean, I think it's very important for students to be able to see the sort of election system happening in front of them and like how easy it is to get involved with that.
Political Union meets every Monday at 7 p.m. in Scott Hall to discuss and debate political topics. College Democrats meet Tuesdays at 7 in Annenberg. Both groups are open to all students.
There's a new startup helping Northwestern students save at Evanston businesses. For $5 per quarter, Willie's Wallet offers discounts to students, deals you cannot get with a wild card. Student Holdings is behind the startup. The student-run nonprofit manages businesses on campus, including Res Essentials. Weinberg 4th year Stephen Levitt is a co-founder of Willie's Wallet.
We've tried to push a lot of our businesses to offer shorter-term discounts that are usually a little higher in their percentage off compared to some of the longer-term wildcard discounts.
Willie's Wallet is soon getting an upgrade. They are applying for residency in the garage and will be moving from a website to an app in the spring.
Northwestern's Human Agility Lab works to address mobility issues for people with neurological injuries. Emily Shanafelt, a McCormick 3rd year, is working on her own project evaluating different step counting devices for people with incomplete spinal cord injuries. She says that it's hard to verify if many step trackers are accurate for folks with spinal injuries.
That's something that I experienced personally when I had spinal fusion, and I was using a walker to get around, and so just understanding how different technologies are made, how they can be made to help people is something that is really exciting to me.
Shanafelt has been part of the lab since last winter, first getting involved as part of URAP, or the Undergraduate Research Assistant Program.
The best a cappella groups from across the Midwest took the stage this past weekend. That includes Northwestern's Purple Haze. It was a high-energy night, but Purple Haze rehearsed for weeks before the show. One singer says it's been rewarding to perform with her friends.
We are genuinely so close. These are 100% the people I will talk to most after I graduate. I am 100% myself in this group.
Purple Haze is preparing for performances next quarter. You can find their show schedule by following them on Instagram at PurpleHazeNU.
A student performance of Shrek the Musical will take the stage this weekend, but it's taken months of preparation. With 20 hours of rehearsal per week, students are embodying the life of a true performer. Producers, directors, and designers coming together to get the show ready. For the students involved, it's a dream come true.
So I hope that people leave the show feeling inspired and motivated, in addition to feeling kind of in awe of the impact that theater in general and storytelling in general is able to have on children.
Shrek the Musical will hold performances on Friday and Saturday night in the Norris Lewis Room.
A Hana Dance Project is lighting up the stage. Dancers performed at this weekend's Refusion Shaka dance show. The premier South Asian fusion dance team on campus, a Hana Dance Project specializes in classical and Bollywood-inspired styles with modern elements. Their Refusion Shaka performance is one of the group's biggest audiences.
My goal is for just this Northwestern student community to learn more about what South Asian dance and culture also looks like as well.
You can follow Ahana Dance Project on Instagram at Ahana Dance Project.
Tonic Tap is Northwestern's only tap dance group, producing student choreographed shows throughout the year. With NNN's Darasimi Bancole, let's dance.
Founded in 2001, Tonic Tap is a student-run performance group that choreographs all its own work. Members rehearse throughout the year for 2 major shows, Graphonics, a collab with graffiti dance in the winter, and their spring show, which will mark the group's 25th anniversary this year.
It's such a malleable art form that I think can kind of fit whatever phase of life you're in. Right now, it's definitely like a release or a creative escape. I think it balances out my life really well.
Pansel says the group gives dancers a chance to explore the style in new ways.
I've just learned more about like the art form of tap since being in Tonic and coming here. It's education, it's communication, and it's like community.
She says tap's variety often surprises people.
Tap is a often like misunderstood art form. I think different people have different perceptions of it, and they're all valid and they all exist within the art form, which I think is what is often misunderstood. There's so many pockets of it, and it differs across the country and across the globe. Tonic is just one example of one type of tap.
Company manager Marcus Dowd has been tapping since middle school and says Tonic keeps him connected to the art form.
Staying involved in tap is something that I'm like super passionate about, especially as someone who does a lot of musical theater. Tap dancing is the roots of our musical theater like art form as we know it today. And so as much as I can like pass it along to like communities of color and people that are like not necessarily uplifted by like the institutions that control dance today, I want to give it back to the people that like created it. Tap is especially expressive because it's musical and movement. I think like the marriage of those two things makes it like extremely powerful and like really sensory engaging for an audience.
As Tonic prepares for its upcoming winter show, members continue learning new choreography and working towards their 25th anniversary performance later this spring. Darasimi Bancole, Northwestern News Network.
Tonic's next performance, Graphonics, takes place in January.
You know, that's actually insanely impressive. I personally cannot dance, but I wish I could. How about you, Marcella?
I'm in a dance group here on campus called Ballet Folklorico, so it's really fun. I really love dance.
That's so awesome.
Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Stay tuned for a special edition of the Northwestern News Report, NU Up Close at 7 p.m. I'm Marcella Cano.
And I'm Kennedy French. Have a good night, and thanks for joining us throughout the quarter.